Hey, what's up guys? It's the Star bringing you another Destiny 2 video. Today, we're finally starting on the Destiny 2 Witch Queen Legendary Campaign walkthrough. That's a mouthful, but it's gonna be sick. I will try my very hardest to explain as much as I possibly can and give you guys my opinion on the easiest way to do this. So we're just going over the subclass right now. We're going to be using Titan. I have Austria, the SMG that you get from completing the campaign, equipped, but I don't use it. I only have it equipped for the XP. I will not use it. I am mainly going to be sticking with bows for a large majority of this campaign. A solar bow, like divination, an arc bow or an arc pulse, and a void bow also. And then the rocket is just is one of the rockets you can craft from the campaign. So we're kind of coming up on the first encounter. On the left hand side, we're going to jump up on the rock, and we want to. Our main objective is to clear the trash, because we want to clear the trash first in order to focus on the guy with the major, right? I will try to switch. I run the 3 different bows because there are 3 different shield categories, right? Solar, void, and arc. Cabal have void shields. Wizards, Hive wizards, have solar shields, and Hive knights have arc shields. The biggest thing I've found with this campaign is 1, keep your distance. 2, you have to match shield energy types, or you need an explosive of some kind. So he dropped a part, right? You pick up the part, you spawn more scions. So pick it up, drop it, kill the scions, and then you can pick up the part without risking death. And you slow walk it on over. The only exotic I will use throughout this entire playthrough is
Head inside and get me to a console.
the Titan legs that make you run fast. I can't remember what they're called. I will only use movement-based exotics in this. Nothing that extends super, nothing that changes how the game plays, other than I can run faster. Just to speed up running segments. I want this to be as accessible to a new player who has nothing as possible, and show that you don't need to use top tier stuff to do this campaign on the legend difficulty. So right here you can kind of take advantage of the stun you get from shooting a phalanx shield to kind of alternate between the two of them. You shoot one, stun it, go to the other one, stun the other one, come back, shoot the first one in the head, and then go back and shoot the second one in the head. You can keep them basically stun locked the entire time. And you don't have to use just a bow as well. You can use a pulse rifle, you can use a scout rifle. The only thing I recommend is that you use something long range. You don't want to be getting close, because you will get melted.
Bring me to the console.
Especially by melees.
See how this cannon works.
So this is a holdout section. You have to wait for you have to build up the percentage, right? You're going to have enemies spawn down the bottom, and then there's going to be enemies come out the 2 doors on the left and right uppers. You're going to have middle first, just a bunch of scions, and then you're going to have this dude. Just take him out with some precision hits. And then the next one, the second wave, you're going to have 2 Centurions spawn. They have solar shields. Their Centurion shields are extremely weak. That is the only reason I did not switch my primary to something that does solar damage, because Centurions have very low health shields. You can kind of just brute force your way through it with your elemental weapon. A ballistic only weapon will not do it. You have to have an elemental weapon at least. That was the second wave. And the third wave is going to incorporate a Colossus. You're going to have Scions spawn the left and right, and you're going to have a Colossus spawn down the middle. Just use your heavy. It goes down in 2 rockets. Just make sure you avoid his slowing missiles, because you will die. One hits you, you're slowed, the rest of them hit you, insta-kill.
Okay, got it. We need fuel,
See?
power, and projectile control.
You can do this.
Fuel being the projectile, of course.
And then here, drop ship, gonna drop off some Cabal.
This will work.
Primary him down.
Always work. Let's start with opening the
Making sure you break your, making sure you have your Void equipped for that shield. Because Legion, or Infernos, whatever they're called, the guys with the flamethrowers, they have much higher shields, much harder to break shields than a Centurion will, so you will need to match energy types for them. So here, I'm kind of staying off in the back area, because going in the middle area, you get stuck on things, and they don't, they will not chase you out here. So fighting them from the outside area, I find, is much easier. You're gonna have one incinerator and you're gonna have one Colossus on each side. You're gonna do one side at a time. Your Colossus has an arc shield and the incinerator has a void shield. So I would kill everything except for the Colossus, and then I will swap my primary to an arc weapon to focus down the Colossus. I guess he's technically called an Imperial Mechanic, but he's just a Colossus. Don't let that fool you. He does all the same attacks. When he goes into that sort of, when he kind of locks down to target you with his machine gun, he doesn't move. So as long as you have his shield broken, and then once you pick up this part, you're going to have more enemies spawn up the top left. They're going to come out of a door. I threw my grenade in the wrong spot because I was confused. But again, pick up the part, then drop it, kill the ads, and then you will have a safe journey to the drop-off location. Because it does slow you. That's the biggest thing here. And again, I'm going to run outside again, because you're going to get a Cabal dropship come in and drop off the guys on the other side. Right there. That ship will annihilate you. You will die in 2 rockets from that ship. So, stay outside. Repeat, just like the other side. Save your focus the ads, and save the Colossus for last. Just swap your primary over. This side will spawn 2 incinerators with void shields. But, I mean, like you saw there, they go down in 2 shots. Making sure we avoid the missiles. Got hit by one there, but because I'm outside, no ads, I'm okay. Yeah, I have it pulled out here. I will not use it. There are a couple times I accidentally fire off a couple shots, but I will quickly switch back. Try to find him here. Break the shield, suppressor, do some damage, and a rocket. Mainly the void grenades, or the suppressor grenade, I use to apply weaken to the targets. That way they take increased damage from my void grenade, or from my void weapons. Alright, we're going to swap back to our void bow here in just a second. So you're going to get 2 drop pods, a bunch of 1 incinerator, and some, well, phalanx and some legionaries. Primary him with the bow. This is another reason why I highly recommend a long-range weapon in this campaign, because there is a lot of encounters just like this one where you are at some great distance. You are at a pretty far distance, and if you were to push up, there is no cover available for you. And if you do not have cover, you will die. You will die very quickly. You might think you have a lot of health with that overshield, but you do not. It will disappear very fast. So here, you're going to have a bunch of enemies on the right-hand side. Nothing too crazy. There's going to be a incinerator with a void shield up top, right above you. And he's going to drop a ball. You're going to do that similar to the last area, except when you pick them up, they do not slow you. Something that I find myself doing quite often is I will focus the ads, the shieldless low-level ads, or the shieldless ads, before I focus the ads with shields, because the less enemies you have shooting you, it makes it significantly easier to survive. So you want to be clearing ads as fast as possible in order to reduce the damage you're taking, because as soon as that shield of yours goes down, you're as good as dead. I missed the grenade there. It's okay. Throw my shield out. Get some damage off. Clearing the ads. And then we go for him. He jumped up top. That's okay. Using the stun on the phalanx. You're gonna deposit this ball off, and there's gonna be a few ads spawn down the bottom right through that door, and then one to the left in the room through progression. Just like that. And this guy, I don't know where this guy came from. He nearly killed me though. Yeah, that was 2 melees, by the way. 2 melees and my shield was gone. So this drop, you'll be fine. You're gonna go kind of diagonal left across the pistons. I wouldn't touch the pistons. Now this drop, if you do not jump towards the bottom, you will die. It's not very far, but for some reason when you hit the ground without jumping, without slowing your descent, you die. So here, I want to take out all these scions before they get away, basically. They will all run off to the left-hand side. So kill as many as you can here, and then there you see them running off to the left-hand side. Kill them all. You don't want to be dealing with them throwing you up in the air. Here I like to use a grenade. Clear this entire doorway in one go, and then you're gonna have a Colossus spawn in. One you're gonna have to do either side of the room, right? So clear all your ads first, and then honestly you could just primary him down. As long as you avoid the missiles, there is nothing to worry about with this guy. Just take cover when you need it. Don't get hit by the missiles. I like to wait until he goes into the machine gun state, or right as he's launching the missiles, because he stands still. That way I get a direct impact with my rocket launcher, just like that. We use our primary to finish him off. Because there is, you have to do this twice. You can hold 7 rockets, or I can hold 7 rockets, I guess. If you solely use your rocket to kill him, it will take 3 direct impacts. So if you hold 6 or 7 rockets, if you miss one, if you can hold 6 rockets, you have to hit all 3. So I like to use my primary on him to drop down that rocket count to 2 rather than 3 in case I miss one. He moves for some reason. Yep, as soon as you pick up the code, you're going to have ads spawn on the left and right sides of the rooms. Take them out before you move up. I didn't have my nade back, so I used a rocket here because I had one to spare. Same thing. Take out the ads, and then focus down the engineer. avoiding the rockets. Take out all the ads first, so we don't have anybody shooting us. So now he's gone into his lockdown state, where he shoots the barrier slugs at you. You can peek shot him in between the shots without taking damage. You have to be quick about it. Then soon, again, you pick up the code, you're gonna get enemy spawns left and right side of the rooms. You're gonna get 2 incinerators, some phalanx, nothing too crazy. For some reason this guy decided to skip his stun animation. Don't know why. And I couldn't seem to hit this guy's shield for some reason.
Lift is active.
Now, normally, when you do this the first time around, you're gonna get double chest spawn right now. After this encounter, you're gonna get 2 chests that spawn. You're gonna get 2 chests that spawn after every encounter, quote unquote, to give you loot, right? You get upgrade modules, you get enhancement cores, you get loot, you get a bunch of glimmer. That is the reason for doing the legend campaign, is the loot that is associated with it. But I've already done it. I've played this mission about 4 times trying to record this video, so I do not get more loot, but it's okay.
When I was searching for the cannon schematics, I saw marching orders from Kaiser. She wants to retake Mars as Cabal territory. Not sure how she
Couple scions in this room. Oh, they'll all go down to headshots pretty quickly. Hit the cannon. Cannon's gonna move, realign.
Time to reload, Guardian. Don't worry, you'll be fine. But I'll stand by to revive.
That's where we're going.
Just in case. To my
Now
knowledge,
here,
no
there's just gonna be a
Guardian has ever
couple
been on Sabathun.
legionaries on this bridge, or this walkway.
Either she's inviting us aboard, or she's so weak after that encounter with Queen Mara that she's getting clumsy. I'm hoping for the latter, but I wouldn't bet on it.
3, 2, 1, and we're off. Shoot the ships on the way past for no apparent reason, and for some reason, my guy's arm is doing something extremely weird, and we missed the shot.
Ikora, we made it onto the ship, and we're seeing traces of void light. Seems like maybe another Guardian got up here first.
That's impossible. Perhaps we've acted too hastily. There are too many unknowns. Sabathun is the god of cunning. To wait for a moment when her intentions are clear.
I swapped back to my pulse because I need arc damage, because we will not be fighting Cabal anymore. We don't need the void for the rest of this mission. All we need is arc and solar. So just up here you're gonna have your first encounter with the moths that grant basic enemies overshields. Now, if you don't shoot the moths, they will attack you, and they are essentially a grenade, and they will track you. They do ridiculous amounts of damage. 90% of the time they will one-shot you if you do not kill them. It might take you a little while to get used to shooting moths that fly around in the air, but you will learn very quickly that they must be dealt with or you will die. So here, we like to grab my rocket launcher out, take out this group of acolytes over here, because it frees up a lot of room for you to focus down these thralls that are going to be chasing you down. We're going to come from the left, right, middle, just back up, take them all out. Line them up. Now, the knight is going to stand in the middle behind one of the pillars, and then behind him you see the gate that's locked. So the doorway, there's going to be a bunch of acolytes over there. Focus down the knight first. Kill as many of the acolytes as you can before dealing with the knight, because he is going to drop a key code. You need 5 key codes. A tribute bearer. Yeah, he's going to drop a tribute when he dies. you need to deposit that tribute at the pedestal in front of the door. Yep. To break the seals on the door. Now, if you don't pick up the tribute will despawn. It's like a moat in Gambit. If you do not pick it up, it will despawn and that enemy will respawn and you have to kill them again. So I was just pointing off to the right side there. This is where we're going to stay. We're going to jump up here. As soon as you deposit the moat, there's going to be a bunch of acolytes spawn. And one knight is going to spawn there as well. You can hit that rocket shot and kill every single enemy there. But I missed. And you will see why very quickly, why you want to do that. You are going to get overwhelmed with ads very quickly. I would assume you could move back to the beginning of this area again, just like you cleared it out the first time, to take on these guys as well. I would assume that would be just fine. This is just the way I like to do it. It does require a little bit more skill because you have to be able to hit that rocket shot. If you don't hit that rocket shot, you will most likely die. I am surprised I did not die here. There was multiple times I should have died, but I did not. Just using movement to my advantage and taking cover, peek shots, playing a little bit hyper right now. Taking out acolytes. And as you saw there, that was a perfect example. When you kill an enemy that has an overshield, a basic enemy that has an overshield, the moth that is giving them that overshield will appear out of them and materialize, and you should shoot it because it will go and it will track another enemy. So here, swapping over to our solar Deepcool bow, because we're going to get a wizard. We're going to get 2 wizards actually. Just like that we had 2 knights, we're going to get 2 wizards this time. Wizards have solar shields. These wizards will melt you ridiculously fast. So make sure you are... You just gotta be quick about it. Take your cover. I like to kill the acolytes on the left side there. First, if you get the left side cleared out, this is a much better example of why hitting that rocket shot is extremely beneficial. Because you can stay on this left side here without getting overwhelmed by ads, without getting pushed or anything. You can hide back in this corner, and it gives you a much better vantage point on the ads that will migrate back to this pedestal area. So we've taken out 1 wizard. Tiku's divination is insane, by the way. The explosions that you get, the detonations, do ridiculous damage. Like, you could use this at 1350 power on the final mission in this campaign, which I did, and still do big damage with it. It's kinda nutty. Deposit our tributes, pop the door, and move on. I have not used my super yet, but something you will notice, before every big encounter, you will get essentially a raid banner, except it doesn't cost you a raid banner, you just place the banner. So here, 2 knights on the left side. If you wait over here in this doorway, one of them will jump across right there. It is much easier to fight these guys one-on-one because of the boom cannons that they have. Basically 3 shots and you're dead. These guys this time around were being kind of a pain in the ass. I tried to primary them only, had to pop my barricade there for the overshield. I should have just used a rocket on them from before, but I was trying to conserve it for some unknown reason, because you will get a banner. But as I was saying about the banners, before every major encounter, you will get essentially a raid banner. It does not cost raid banners. You do not need to go get raid banners from Petra in the Dreaming City. They are just campaign banners. I don't know what this rocket was. I completely missed. He's blinded. I should have just pushed up in the first place, but I decided to hang back and primary him. And then he pops his shield. Of course he would. This guy is being quite annoying. But then I decided to just do what I should have done from the beginning. Push him, use a finisher on him. I do not have any finisher mods on my build. So if you look through this gate, this is the next area that we're going to. You can take out some of the ads
from that statue.
from the previous area. From this area, you can take out some of the ads before you even get there. It'll make your life a lot easier. Take out as many as you can. So this is kind of explaining why you shoot the moths, this section. The only enemies here are the moths. Now, for some reason, these moths, there's going to be 3. The one before, that one you just killed, and there's 2 more. There's 2 more. There's 4 in total. They do ridiculous damage. The ones in this section in particular. I don't know why, but they will all one-shot you. And there's going to be 1 more up by the statue. Right there. I don't know why they do so much more damage than the ones in the open world, but they do. It is ridiculous. So here, like, this is the... I won't spoil it. Just a fragment of something that will be used for something very cool. What the heck? This is the blade to the glaive. After this mission, you go back, you talk to Ikora, and you get to build the glaive. So here you're gonna have enemies spawn from the left and right doors, and you're gonna get thralls come down from the stairs on the right. If you can get a well-placed grenade on the right-hand side on the stairs, you can hit almost every enemy that comes down from there and apply your weaken effect from that grenade, and see how we're getting the void explosions. It will help you clear all of the thralls extremely quickly. Make your life a whole lot easier. We're going to take out everything, because as soon as you move up the stairs, you're going to get ad spawns, acolytes left and right, and then ogre in the middle. Use a rocket, take him out. I would use a second rocket if I had one. I did not. I'm going to primary him down. Throw my shield in there, clear them out, and then there's explosive barrels in each room. Unfortunately, none of the ads are in there. But if you can hit the explosive barrels that are in either of those rooms, you will instantly kill the ads. Yep, there's all the barrels. Or all the they're like urns. Like urn. They look like an urn. I don't know. They're not barrels. I don't know. The explosive things. So here, some acolytes on the bridge. Take them out. Because as soon as you move on to the walkway, move up a little bit, you're going to get some knights to spawn. They are just basic red bar knights though, with arc shields. So they are very easy to kill. Just break the shields, hit your primary shots, and they will go down very quickly. I like to use a finisher even to finish off this guy, the first one. I don't really know why. Just because you can. And they have swords, so they don't have boom cannons. Gonna get a knight to spawn. He has a cannon, so watch out for that. Always make sure we shoot the moths. You will thank yourself later. You're gonna get another spawn behind this pillar. Yep. And then down the bottom right there, you're gonna get a major knight with a hive cannon. Normally I would use a rocket. 1 rocket will take him out. Again, I don't have any rockets. My rocket conservation was pretty poor this time, but luckily I was able to land a very nice grenade. Take him out.
There are reports of Sabathun trying to capture void light from dead guardians. Maybe this is related.
This is one of my favorite areas in this game. These, like, they look like the all-seeing eye from Lord of the Rings. I love it. They're so cool. So here, this is Sabathun. Obviously, you're not fighting her right now. That would be very anticlimactic. Just gonna run down here. You're gonna run over to the portal. I don't know why I took this route. run over to the portal, it's going to spawn your very first encounter with a light-bearing hive. This is going to be the Knight. The Knight is the easiest of the three to deal with. He is a Sentinel Titan, so he has suppressor nades, he has shield throw, and he has a barricade with sightings, so he can shoot through his barricade. You have to fight him twice, because the first time your ghost goes, this can't be possible, right? Kill him again. The first time, here I would like to have some rockets to take him out. Unfortunately, I have nothing. I have no rockets. I have no super because I used it for the first time. There is his Sentinel Shield. I'll pop my shield to block the shield throws because one of them hits you, you die. They are a one-shot. He will throw, I believe, 3 sets of them, and then his super will end. Suppressor nades work exactly how they do in PvP or any other activity, except the effect is a lot less. Well, the timer is a lot less. It's not 10 seconds. It's like, I think 4 or 5 seconds. It's much less time, but it still has the same effect. And as you can see, you don't need to use power on them. Power ammo or your super or your grenade or anything. You can fight this guy with just a primary. I almost died here. Kind of got spooked. Run away a little bit. As long as you keep your distance from him, the shield throws are slow enough that you can dodge them very easily. Just keep your distance, and you should have a fairly easy time with this. Keep your distance, keep moving, always be moving, because if you stand still somewhere, that hive cannon that'll do the number on you. So, you finish him off, and then you have to finish the ghost. If you don't finish the ghost and leave it, he will respawn. You have to destroy the ghost on any light-bearing hive in the throne world. Anytime you encounter a light bearer, here is the barricade or the banner I was looking for. So there's going to be 3 waves. The fairly same thing as we did before with the tributes. First wave is going to be a knight and some acolytes. Knight has an arc shield. You're going to have thrall spawn from the left and right hand sides. Come and chase you down. It's going to be 3 on each side. Their thrall to go down very easily. They're the only enemy in the campaign that you can one-hit melee. Every single other enemy will require at least 2 melees. Knights and things like that obviously requiring a lot more, but like acolytes will take 2 melees. Scions take 2 melees. Thrall are the only enemy in this campaign that take 1 melee to kill. So they are not a threat at all. Primary him down. Clear your ads. That way when you go to pick up the moat, you don't get gunned down. Because these ads will burst you down very quickly. You might think you have a full health bar and a full shield, but when you run up there, that acolyte decides to full auto you, you're probably gonna die. We're gonna swap to our solar weapon because the next encounter is a wizard. Gonna spawn way up there in the middle. Gonna get 2 acolytes first, kill them, and then the wizard's gonna spawn, break her shield, and then clear your ads first, always, and then take her out last. That way you can go pick up the moat, because if you let it despawn, she will respawn and you have to kill her again. Tiku's makes this part trivial because of the explosion effects and the fact that there are cursed thrall that spawn right next to the acolytes. You can explode the entire spawn with one cursed thrall. I didn't realize I had killed her there, so I was looking for her and I realized, oh, she's dead. So now I'm going to swap back to my other bow, put my Obscura on just for the XP. We don't use it. We're going to come down here, and now we're going to get an overspawn. I'm going to pop my overshield before, so he will spawn all the way in the back there. I believe I die this time because I decided to push him for some reason. Don't know why. I started attacking him with half of my super, and then my grenade missed. I didn't throw a grenade, did I? No. But my rocket wasn't reloaded. And then I decided to peek him out and die. And I missed my rocket shot entirely. So, we are going to skip to the next part because you have to do that entire encounter over again. We're going to skip to the ogre very quick. Alright. Ogre round 2. This time we kind of derped up a little bit and decided to spawn off the left side, which means I have to wait for him to make his fat ass way down here. But we are going to be much smarter about this time. And use our rockets and not try to get... We're trying to keep our distance from him, which is what you should do in the first place. You see how much easier that was? Didn't even lose our shield. And we didn't kill a single ad before we attacked him. I don't know what that shield throw was. Right here. I kind of went, oh shit, because I don't want to die again. But luckily, as soon as you deposit the tributes, all of the enemies despawn. So, next area, we arc weapon yet again. There's a lot of flip-flopping back and forth that goes into this, but it will benefit you greatly to do it. Alright, now we are in Sabathun's throne world.
This doesn't look like a hive throne world.
There are going to be a couple knights in here, mostly just a bunch of acolytes. Take them all out, moving up in the area towards the back there as you go. Don't know where that acolyte was throwing that grenade. I tried to jump up there. Still... It's been a long time since I played a Titan, okay? I'm still remembering how the movement works. I like to use a rocket on the ogre. He will go down in one rocket. Nothing too scary. He's just a major. No boss bar. He will go down very quickly. Just don't let him beam you. Now here, you get another banner because this is the last encounter in this area. There's also no respawn. So I like to put on a bow here only because being able to kill as many of the acolytes as possible before they move off to the left and right hand sides is much better than the pulse rifle. The bow is much better for that because you can one-shot them on the head, and you'll be able to kill the knights a lot faster as well with a bow than you will a pulse. So I like the bow for this section in particular. So here, kind of gets a little sketch. I just had to run in, get burned. Trying to take out this moth. Got him. There we go. Wait for the other one to spawn. I missed. And I got the second time. And we got another one. And I was kind of freaking out here because I missed the first time and I had no shield. But in the end, we pulled it together. So here, you're going to get enemy spawns left and right. Take them out. I don't know why I decided to use a rocket here. I guess it doesn't really matter. Take out the knight. And mainly, you're going to have a bunch of thrall push you. Maybe 4 or 5. Again, they go down 1 melee. Now, Sabathun projection will spawn. I missed that first rocket. I believe she goes down to 4 rockets. She has 2 abilities. She has a Nova Warp Blast, which does the Nova Warp thing when you get too close to her, and she has the Nova Bomb, obviously. The Nova Bomb has a crazy pushback radius. I like to stay underneath one of these 2 areas on either the left or the right. Stay towards the back as well, because if you move to the far wall, she cannot throw it far enough into the room to kill you. It will damage you, but it will not kill you. I like to just use the rockets here. Keep the save the super in case you go red bar here. Because you do not want to leave this room, but this room is also very small. And you get a bunch of ads pushing you. So save your super for that oh shit moment. Use your heavy on the boss. Heavy is for the boss. Use your bow on everything else. Prioritize your targets. Break your shields. Stun. Pop your overshield if you need to. Luckily I had my overshield there. My biggest thing, I guess, for this section would be save your cooldowns until you absolutely need them. Don't just pop your overshield because you can. Don't just throw your grenade because you can. Hold your abilities until you absolutely need them. And I missed that rocket, actually. She's one rocket away from death. I missed. She's going to get hit by that one because she's going to throw a Nova Bomb. I got kind of spooked there because I got hung up on the wall. And that Nova Bomb would have killed me. Luckily she was dead though.
Too easy.
So, and that is the arrival. The first mission in the Destiny 2 Witch Queen campaign. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back with the next episode